Okay, an easy way of making sourdough bread. What I do is make mine in the air fryer, and it only takes sort of 30 minutes to bake, and it turns out really, really well. Probably not quite as hard and as sharp, if you like, as it would if it came out of the oven. But to be honest with you, that's a good thing because I find, especially when you toast it normally, it does tend to sort of cut your mouth a little bit inside. So no, this method works really, really well. So to start with, you'll need 2 tablespoons of starter and mix those with 2 tablespoons full of bread flour and just enough water to make it like a thick custard or a thick Yorkshire pudding sort of a mix. And basically, once you've done that, leave that overnight or for a few hours until you start to notice it's sort of all bubbly inside. And once you've got the bubbles, then you need to add to that 550 grams of good white bread flour and 10 grams of salt. And I also put in like a dessert spoonful of olive oil, and that makes the bread just a little bit softer as well. And then just give that a real good mix up. That'll take about sort of 3-4 minutes to mix up. You'll obviously need to put some water in it, and you'll need about 225 grams or millilitres, should I say, millilitres of water. And yes, give that a real good mix until you get a nice soft ball of dough. Leave it in the plastic bowl, covered over with a tea towel. Doesn't need to be damp. Leave your spatula in the bowl. I tend to do mine all in the plastic bowl with a spatula. Don't bother getting it out on the worktop and using my hands. Get my hands all in there. You tend to get flour everywhere, and it generally makes a right mess. So yeah, just do it all in this plastic bowl with a spatula. Mix it all up, and I say leave it for hour, 2 hours. On a nice warm day, you'll find that will start to rise quite quickly. When the weather does get colder and you've not got your heating on, then that can be a lot slower. One thing I have done is I've bought one of these brewer's heat pads, and you can turn that down to a really low heat, put your bowl on top of that, and that will help the fermentation process, I suppose, because that's basically what your bread is doing. It's fermenting, isn't it? And that will speed that process up and make it a lot easier. But yeah, I mean, if you've got a warm room and airing cupboard, you can just bung it in there and be fine. So yeah, after a couple of hours, just come back, have another look at it, and you'll see that it has actually, it's risen. It won't rise a lot, but you just put the spatula in it and give it another knead, and fold it over a few times. Do that for about 5 minutes, and then put the towel back over it and leave it for another sort of 2 or 3 hours. There's no rocket science to it. Just leave it as long as you like, and just do that throughout the day. And you'll find at the end of the day, the dough has probably doubled in size. It's a lot lighter, it's easier, more pliable. And when you've reached that stage, you can then put it in a cake tin. I use one of those cake tins where you can remove the base of it. I did find they do tend to stick, even though it's an anti-stick coating. It just doesn't work. So just put a piece of parchment paper, whatever you call it, greaseproof paper on the bottom, and don't put flour on it because that just sticks as well. And yeah, let it rise in the tin. When it is right, you need it to be just a little bit higher than the rim of the tin. And when it's reached that stage, I then just slash the top with the scalpel and put it in the air fryer for sort of 200 degrees for about 30 minutes. And that again is trial and error. Air fryers vary. Ours, I tried it at 35 minutes and that came out a little bit too cooked. It was a bit brown on top. So I would go for 30 minutes this time, and just to see how it goes. So yeah, I'll post another video of me actually mixing it all up just so you can see what it all looks like when it's all made up. So thanks for watching. Hello, so I'm going to show you how I make my sourdough loaf. To start with, you need a few basic tools. You'll need to get yourself a plastic mixing bowl, measuring jug, one of these bendy things. Now there's one or two available on the market. This one is a little bit too bendy. You want something that's a lot more rigid, really. Just makes mixing the sourdough up just so much more easy. Anyway, first of all, you need to put your starter in the mixing bowl. So you will need 2 dollops of starter. 1, 2, just like so. And then you'll also, to keep that active, you will also need 2 spoons of bread flour. 1, 2, just like so. And add some water. Now the idea of this is just to make like a batter mix in a way. This is quite simple. Let's give that a stir. Doesn't need to be too runny, just enough really. And that I would say is fine. It's fine. So if I just zoom in a bit, that's just so runny. How about that? Lovely jubbly. So I'll put that on one side. This is one we've had made earlier, and you can see, well, you probably can't see, but it is actually quite frothy, and you can actually smell. It smells a bit of beer actually, which is quite nice. So next stage is you need to add your flour. So you need a nice pair of weighing scales. And I basically make the weight up to 750 grams total. But what I'll do, I'll leave a list of the weights and everything as a separate sort of pop-up if I can work out how to do it. So there, take that up to 750. Also you need to add 10 grams of salt. That's it. And I always use just a little bit of virgin olive oil, just to make the bread a little bit softer. I would say probably about a dessert spoonful to a tablespoonful. So that's that in there. Anyway. Then you need to just add some water. Now you need, I would imagine, about 220 millilitres of cold water. I'll measure that out, yeah. That was a good guess, wasn't it? So there's 220. Put that in the mix. Now basically you just got to mix it up, all in the bowl. Don't bother turning it out onto the worktop because that's just too messy. Just leave everything in the bowl. Just mix it all up. You'll find that it'll come together and it'll be quite a stiff dough actually. And you'll think, oh, it's too dry, and then you might be tempted to put some more water with it, but don't. Just leave it. You'll be surprised actually how soft it does become. So just keep folding it in on itself, like so. And just work it around the bowl. I sort of pull it over and then sort of push down a bit. This takes about 3 or 4 minutes really to do nice. So there, that is just about all you need to do at the moment. So that is quite a nice ball of dough. And all you need to do now is just leave it. You can leave your spatula in the bowl, put your tea towel over the top, leave it in a warm place, and just every hour, 2 hours, just come back, give it another knead. And you'll find that by the end of the day, what you'll have, it'll have swelled up, it'll be nice and sort of loose and more pliable. And yeah, and what I'll do, I'll come back later on and have another look, just to show you how things are getting on. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next instalment. Thank you. Right, so that's been approximately 3 hours now since we first mixed this up, and I don't know whether you can see that. That's how much bigger this dough's got. So yeah, I'll just give this another knead. You can feel now it's so much lighter. There's quite a bit of dry stuff coming in off the side, but I won't worry too much about that because that will soon start to absorb any moisture. So yeah, we just keep working around it, folding it all in as you go. That's really beginning to feel nice and pliable now. And like I said before, it's so much easier just keeping everything in this bowl. You've got no mess, you've got no clearing up to do, at least not so much clearing up to do. I've got flour all over the place. So yeah, it's looking quite good actually. You can see how much softer this has now become. It's actually holding together nicely as a nice ball of dough. And so you just keep pulling it up on the side and sort of pressing it down. Sort of pull it and press it, pull it and press it. So I think that'll do for now. And I'll just put the tea towel back on it and put it back in a warm place and come back to you in a couple of hours' time. So thank you again. Right, so that's now been another couple of hours, and as you can see, that has increased in size considerably. So what I'll do now, I'll just give that another knead. Just keep folding it over. You can hear all the air in it. This will be the last time I need to do this now. Just fold it over again just to sort of bring it all back together. Okay, so that should do that. And next stage, put it in the cake tin. So this is our cake tin. It's 8 inches wide by 2.5 inches deep, and the cake has a removable base. So put that back. We have a silicone liner, so I'll just put that in there. If you haven't got one of those, just use some parchment paper, greaseproof paper, whatever. So So yep, that goes in there. And then, yeah, just gently tip it in and away you go. There you go. And what I'll do now is I'll just use the tub just to sit on top. Now I'll go and put it back in the warm place. As I say, when that has now risen to probably an inch above the cake tin, then that'll be ready to bake. So I'll go back on the heat and I'll catch you later. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's been probably 4 hours now since we put this in the cake tin, and that is the result. As you can see, nicely risen. So I'm now going to put that in the air fryer for 30 minutes at 200 degrees, and we'll see how it turns out. Right, we'll be back in half an hour and see how we get on. Thank you. Right, so here we are, back again after 30 minutes. So let's see what this loaf is like, shall we? I think that looks pretty good, even if I say so myself. I'll be brave. There you go. So there you have it. One easy to make sourdough loaf baked in an air fryer. What could be more simple? And half the cost of a conventional oven, which is even better. So I'll let that cool down and then I'll come back later, cut it in half, and you can just see what the consistency is like. So we'll see in a bit. Okay, so the moment of truth. Let's cut into the loaf, shall we? I'll cut it in half to see how we are. Good. So there we have it. That is one nice, easy sourdough loaf cooked in an air fryer. Well, thanks for watching, and give it a go. Nothing to lose, and we'll see you again.